good evening, and welcome to a very late edition of Naturally. We are here at Heritage Studios. We have a great show lined up for you today. But first of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who's been watching, everyone who's been liking, everyone who's been sharing. This is my 1 month anniversary, my 4th episode, and it's been going really, really well. So keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing, and I hope you enjoy today's show. Today, I've got 3 amazing guests. We have Courtney Barrett and we have the Ragga Twins, which are legends of jungle music. So I'm really, really excited. It's going to be a fantastic show. So first, let's say hi to Courtney.
How you doing, Natural?
And introduce yourselves. Who's who? Twins?
Yeah, my name's Flinty Badman from the Ragga Twins.
I'm Demon Rockers.
Yeah.
Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to meet you too. I've always wondered, are you actually twins?
No.
Where does the name come from? Then
when we joined Shop and Dance, we just needed a name for a duo act, and
okay.
Ragga Twins just sounded like the right name at the right time.
But we are brothers, blood brothers.
Oh, you are brothers. Yeah. Okay. Because I thought you look very similar.
Yeah. When we was young, like our mum used to dress us the same, so people used to think we was twins back in the day. So
who's the older brother?
Him, not me.
It's funny, I've got a sister and people always ask who's older and younger. She gets well annoyed. But you both look very nice and fresh, I couldn't tell. And Courtney, tell me a bit about you and about your past, because you're all from the jungle fraternity, really, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I used to be a raver when these guys started. It's probably quite due to these guys that I got into music and MCing. You know, I was known as the Hyper MC, been everywhere, been all kinds of raves and everything, but that was my previous life. Now I'm the founder and director of Bidding Knife Saves Lives, as you know. We run a CIC, a community interest company, trying to get as many knives off the streets as possible and raising awareness amongst the people in the country to let them know what's going on with knife crime and how we can deal with it and how they can make themselves safer, you know. Yeah, I still do the odd rave now and then when I can get around to it, but I don't get much time anymore. You know, but,
yeah, because you're extremely busy, aren't you?
Yeah,
I think we met at was it Conscious Unity Day, didn't we?
Yeah, Youth Unity Day.
Youth Unity Day.
Yeah,
Conscious Youth Unity. Conscious FM that was promoting it. So I was performing some poetry there.
Yep.
And you were there promoting Bidding Knife Saves Lives. And then we met, and since then we're doing a little bit of work together.
Yeah, man.
And what I see is that you're out on the street grinding hard every day.
Yeah,
I think when we first started connected on Facebook, every day I'd see you out there going out, putting up posters, giving out leaflets.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did Bidding Knives Save Lives?
How did it all start?
Yeah.
We started early this year. It all started on March the 24th. I've done a media stunt where I smoked long roll-ups. I think the people are well aware of this now. I smoked long roll-ups. I went outside of disused police space in Walthamstow Market and took a photo of me smoking the long roll-up, and I put a post on Facebook that I was smoking a spliff, where are the police, this, that and the other. And it went into the Sun, the Daily Mirror, Metro, it went into all the papers. Okay. And then we used that as a platform to use media to get where we are now.
Okay, so what are they saying in the papers? Like basically questioning the police and like where all the police numbers? Or?
Yeah, because what it was, me and my wife had walked up and down Walthamstow Market a couple of times, and Walthamstow Market's the longest market in Europe. It's about a mile long. We walked up and down there twice and walked around the area. We was there for a good 3-4 hours and we didn't see one police officer at all. And we saw some crime happening down then, and it just looked like, where's the police? There should be police here. And it's just from that, and obviously because of all the stabbings that have been going on, I'm from Waltham Forest, and there's been a lot of stabbings from January onwards. We all know about Jaden Moody, but there was lots of stabbings and stuff going on, and the community is scared now. So we thought we have to come together as a community and deal with the situation ourselves, you know.
But I suppose the name Courtney Barrett is everywhere now, isn't it? It's like
it seems so.
The press, the media. You've been on like Sky News, BBC.
I've been on the news all over the world now.
So why do you think they're so interested in and that they've connected to you?
Because I've obviously got I've got over 200 knives off the streets in under 30 hours.
Wow.
I've spread so much awareness and that, you know, obviously not just me, I've got a team, these guys as well, you know, we've done it collectively. And so it just seems like everyone in the world contacts me and they want to know about anything to do with knife crime. You know, I've been on American news, Italian news, French news, Iranian news, Iraq, Qatar, you name it, I've been on the news in them countries. Germany, I've got a couple of documentaries coming up, one in France, one in Germany. I've got Channel 4 documentary coming up soon as well. Hopefully I can get these guys involved in that one.
So how did you branch out and extend to the Ragga Twins?
Well, obviously I'm a drum and bass man, and it's like I'm thinking, who can I get involved who the youth will respect and the parents will know and respect, you know, and who's right for the job, like, and straight away there's only 2 or 3 names that come to mind, and obviously these guys come first, and because I've always loved these guys, you know, I've admired them from when I was a youth, and I always see them at raves from when I was young, and any time I saw them, you know when you see famous people and you ask them for a photo, but you don't want to annoy them. I've always asked these guys for photos. Like, I remember I took this blind guy to a rave here, this is a few years ago. I took him to a rave in Vauxhall, this blind guy. So he loved the Ragga Twins from years back here, but he lost his sight unfortunately. Yeah. He's a lovely guy. And I took him to this rave, he was loving it, and he was up on a speaker box, he's blind and everything, you know, and I was so worried about him. So I brought him over to them, and because the music sounded loud, I was trying to say, can you take a photo, he wanted to say hello. I was trying to tell them he's blind, but they couldn't actually hear me, so it was a bit funny. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, he was blind, and just, they never say no, they've never said no, you know. 2 lovely guys, always up for photos with people, never, you know, some people in the limelight are a bit, can be a bit funny sometimes.
Like the sound from my youth, I remember growing up and hearing the Ragga Twins about.
Doesn't everyone?
Yeah, it's like.
You know?
And that was like, that's like 90s, and then like, we was doing like the reggae sound system before that.
Before then, yeah.
And I mean, it was on Unity Sound for a few years.
So how long have you been doing music? Like how did your journey into music begin?
Well, basically at home with the parents, and mum and dad playing music, and we just grew up listening to music all the time. But when the toasting thing really happened for me, when I started hearing the cassettes from Jamaica and that, with the man them on it toasting and chatting lyrics and that captivated me, man. I was like, I need to be doing that. And D-Man was already doing a bit of that already, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, he was kind of doing it like maybe a year and a bit before I started chatting on the mic. So yeah, that's how I started. It was just vibes. When you hear them chatting over a rhythm, it was just like, I want to do that.
But it ain't just the fact that they've got the vibes and whatever, they've got the talent, they've got so much talent, it's amazing talent they've got.
And the content as well, like.
I loved it from way back before that, because my mum and dad used to buy albums or records every week, and like, he used to bring like albums like Big Youth, Burning Spear, Bob Marley, and Big Youth is like the first proper, like, Euro is the daddy, but Big Youth for me, Euro was before my time, Big Youth was kind of my time when I was a kid.
Yeah, Euro.
And these albums used to captivate me, and that's when I thought, yeah, I'd like to do that. That's what I want to do, I want to be toasting, because back then that's what it was called, toasting. You know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to do. So we used to do that. I used to be in a little band at school. I couldn't play no instruments, but I could toast. So my brethren, they can play instruments. So we used to go to this recording studio and a rehearsal studio. We just used to, after school, they used to send us there after school for 2 hours. We just used to go down there and jam, and I'd just be, yeah, and the man say righteous way will stand, you know, and just, you know, make up words, you know what I mean? And then later on, because it wasn't very popular back then, because
I was gonna say, like, where has your musical journey taken you? Because like you're saying, back in the 90s when you started, like we're now coming to 2020.
So we've basically been through the whole of from the toasting right up to what's happening now. You know what I mean? We've been through the whole journey of that. You know what I mean?
I think these guys
From the
have
beginning.
these guys have made the rest of the nation go through a musical journey.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it's taken us like places we've never been before. We've done things we never did before. Because for Flint, you know, he could have been a professional footballer because he played for Tottenham,
Yeah.
But you know, my dad used to was well behind him. My dad died early. He died when he was 44, so I kind of took Flint out of the football game. Didn't want to do no more. My dad ain't there, so I was already like in the music thing. So I just said, yeah, just come over here, man. You know, it's got a longer lifespan than football, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And you look, he has.
You wouldn't have got a job as a manager. You know what I mean? But yeah, and it kind of started like, I used to go with my mates, we used to go to like little community centres and they had the sound there and they'd push me like, go on, pick up the mic, you know what I mean?
See, look what it's got, man, and there's no community centres, youth centres
No more, you don't get that sort of thing.
To end up like these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, they're still out there with the lyrics. I think that's something that hasn't changed.
Oh, the youths are out there with the lyrics.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there's nowhere for them
To go and have that space.
There's so many youths that I come across, they've got so much talent,
Yeah,
they've got nowhere to
to go.
Back in
Exactly.
the day when we was kids, we had the little 7 o'clock till 12 o'clock
on a Friday night.
On a
Friday night, yeah, I
At
used to go to
at a
youth club,
community
yeah.
centre, you know what I mean? And it'd be all kids, you know, they're the same age and everything, and that was good because the kids had somewhere to go and they were back home by 12 o'clock, you know what I mean? It was hard because
and they're off the road, innit?
And they're off the
Yeah.
road, and some parents didn't even want their
Now,
kids to
with
go out.
the closures, there's so few, and they become quite isolated then.
That's right.
And with all the postcode wars and you can't go there and you can't go here, it's like sometimes it's like they're
And when
trapped
we
in their
was
little
having
sound.
the Friday night little raves in the community centres, the youths was coming from all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place, south, north, east, west. Nobody didn't give a damn back then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They came for the music. They came to hear the MC chat, and they come to hear dub play special. They come to hear things that they never come to look for war or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And back then, the early days of like my sound system days would be like 79, 80, 81. You know, no fighting in little community centres. They leave that to out the road. You know what I mean? And you know, when you came together and as a collective group and you put on something for the youth, and they enjoyed it. Well, everything them days are done now. You know what I mean? I can't even play loud music.
Yeah, they're new laws now and you can barely even play music.
So these community centres, they don't get to keep a little session
And
there.
then they lost all their funding as well and everything. So
Yeah,
it's
and that's
so mad.
such an
That's
issue.
Go back, I mean, 81, 82, 81, 82, there's a school down in Hackney called Upton House. Now, this was kids put it on from in the school. This was the only way they was going to hear sounds like Cox and Saxon, Unity, Fat Man, whoever, by putting on this dance and inviting these sounds to play. And it was great because the youth them only heard tapes of what their big brothers or big sisters will play in the yard. Now we can go to our school, and hear these guys, and it was great. They loved it. They loved it. They screamed till they're hoarse. You understand?
And it could be the same thing now, just a different type of music. Back then it was reggae, but they could do that thing now. In
Because
the
right
schools.
now the kids at school, they know about MC Debt, Skibber, Wiley, and all these things, but there's no way for them to go and hear these. Nobody can't put these you can't put them on these big clubs because they're under 18. They can't get in there.
Yeah, but even so with their music today, like even the music's quite secularized. Because like my son, I like some of the music that comes through the grime, and I'll be playing it, and my son will be like, "You've got to turn that down here in this area." Like when you're driving through a certain area, because that music's related to an area, and the people if they hear us playing that while we're driving, they're gonna look at me like I'm
from that
repping the ops, and it's so complicated.
That's
Think
mad,
how
innit?
far away we've come from those times where.
Very complicated. It's stupid.
But your lyrics, though, even the lyrics that I hear today, there's a lot of positivity in there as well, and you're getting the message out. So you've done the track. Is it you've got done the track for Been It Live Save
We haven't
Lives?
done a track for him yet. We just done a freestyle.
Oh,
when
freestyle,
we was
okay.
Was we
Chingford
Mount?
Mount,
Yeah.
Was doing one of
I came
those
to you.
things,
I was
and
late.
Steve,
I
You
missed
missed
you
it.
there, unfortunately. I did perform.
Performance, but we saw we got introduced to you.
Yeah, we got
But
introduced.
yeah, we're gonna do one and do it for free download or whatever. And
Okay, yeah, and just share
just
it.
share it out,
And what my
yeah.
man's doing is a proper movement. It's great,
It is.
you know. And you know, if you can get, I looked in the bin one. Is that what's on the road? And
It's crazy,
he's
isn't
getting
it?
them off the road, so it's only a good thing. And nobody else ain't doing nothing about it. You know what I mean? Coming like to me, if I didn't have any sense, I don't think the government don't really give a damn. They just want them to kill as much as each other,
what they do.
and they don't really care as long as you know they're not going to suburban parts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when it starts to
you know,
spread.
when it starts
It's in
to-
Kensington. When it's in
They only care
Kensington,
about what
those
affects
kind of
themselves.
places.
Yeah. So you know, but my man's doing a good job, and
You're doing a brilliant job, and you're raising awareness because, like for example, you're doing the Binning Lives Saves Lives, and you're taking lives off the street. And then I saw that video of the young boy. He said, "Yeah, the man's doing Binning Lives Saves Lives. So I'm gonna try and like recreate it."
Yeah,
and he had
yeah.
these big knives.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It is filtering down.
Yeah.
It is filtering
Yeah.
down. And sometimes I think when I was at Chingford Mount, I stopped somebody, and he was very, very cynical about, "Oh, it's not going to make a difference."
Oh, you get some people like that.
But I think just being there.
Mm.
And having that interaction and saying there's people who we do care and we do
Yeah.
need to make a change.
When that does help when they see that we're genuine.
Yeah, yeah.
we're not just-
No real people out
We're
there
not
trying to
paid
make
to
a
be
difference.
there. We're paid
Yeah.
to be there and help
Yeah,
you.
but
You
you've
know?
got to say it does make a difference because he said he took 200 nights off in a half hour.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
difference.
30 hours,
Yeah.
30 hours, just under 30 hours.
Oh, just under 30,
we
sorry.
took about 200, just over 200 knives off the street.
That's
So
one
That's
day.
a difference.
Yeah.
that's in
That's a
30
difference right
hours.
there. One of them knives could have fatally killed somebody. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it's-
No.
And some of the knives, naughty looking knives, you know.
Yeah, crazy.
You know.
But then you see the clips. You see the clips and they're out there wielding these the
Yeah.
machetes and you
Yeah.
see like it should be back at yard, you should see that chopping down cane or something.
Yeah.
Not people.
I think back in our day, we just have a fist fight and then you go your way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
And it done. Nobody ain't going to jail and nobody ain't dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
It's simple. 2 families of lives have been ruined
Lost,
in
yeah.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Crazy that's going on, but we're trying to put a stop to it, you know.
So what kind of things are you actually doing? Because I know you're trying to set up youth centres.
Okay,
So give me a look. Tell
Obviously,
what
we have our amnesty bin every week or two. We have our amnesty bin. For those who don't know, we have them in busy areas in the city centres, train stations, etc.
Because previously, it's not a new idea, but what you've done is you've taken it out and put it in.
Having a pop-up amnesty bin
Yeah.
in city centres, that's a new idea.
Yeah.
Basically, we all know there's been amnesty bins. They're usually down a back road somewhere that you don't even want to go down, or you don't
With
even
a
know,
police
you don't
station
even know where they are.
Yeah.
But our ones in the city centres, whatever, and you can come and bin your knives, no problem. You know. Also, yeah, we're trying to open youth centres. Hopefully, we'll have our first one open soon. We've got so much stuff. We're talking about modern era youth centres. Yeah, it's 2019. We're not talking about pool and table tennis here. We're talking about having a music DJ workshop, having a chefing, a photography course. So
Things that they can actually use
yeah,
into practice.
yeah. We will have other stuff as well, you know. But that's the main stuff that we're going to have there. We want to get used into because these are going to be ongoing things where they can actually get something beneficial out of it, you know.
Yeah.
Not just there to pass their time, it's to actually achieve something.
Career path or
Yeah, and it gives them hope and prospects, and this is what a lot of the youth need at the moment, you know. Like, for example, we've got someone, we haven't started yet, but we've got someone who we're going to be referring youths to doing chefing. Hopefully we'll have him down at youth centre as well. He's going to teach them how to use knives in the kitchen, make chutneys, etc. And not just the skills to become a chef, he's going to teach the skills, the business side of it as well. So once you finish his course, you can actually start your own business.
it's funny, he's teaching them to be chefing, but that's the language that the young people use. Like
Yeah.
chefing is what they would refer to
Yeah,
as
but
stabbing someone. But it's nice, actual chefing.
Yeah.
When they teach you a skill,
Yeah.
use the knives for what they're supposed to be for.
yeah, exactly. And obviously, when you're doing something like that, you have a bit more respect for what you're using. You know, so yeah, hopefully we've got so many activities, boxing, martial arts. We've got these live sessions in Romford Yates where we can refer kids to this guy he has Romford Yates every Sunday night. So from 9 PM till 1 PM, if you go down Romford Yates, you'll see all these youths performing live. And it's wicked because they're in the studio all week making their tunes. I've got a studio at my house, so half the time they're in my house making their tunes as well. They're not on the streets at all doing rubbish. They're in the studio making their tunes all week, and then on Sunday nights you can see them performing. Now, obviously, I go to a lot of things and festivals. Where I met you at Youth Unity Day, I had a load of youths there who I got on the stage. So they performed just before Richie Dan, so they get on there with a couple of stars and whatnot. So we do a lot for them, you know, and they respect us. They see that we respect them and we're genuine and we help them out, you know.
Yeah, and that's what the community needs. You actually need role models, and for them to actually see there's people that care and trying to give guidance.
Because a lot of the youth, as soon as I stop them, it's like, they don't want to talk to you. You know, so I tell them, listen, I care about you. That's why I'm here. I ain't paid to be here. I'm paying to be here because I care about you. I don't want to see no harm come to you. And then straight away you've got them, and then you start showing them the hope that they can have. They see me with all my jewellery and whatever, or my Porsche or whatever.
They'll relate to you.
But I tell them, I don't thief stuff. I don't hurt anybody. It's hard work. It's not. Sometimes it's not actually that hard. You just got to focus on something positive, and positive comes back to you. You know. If you live in a negative life, you're only going to receive negativity.
Yeah, but sometimes it's difficult for them.
It is.
What they're surrounded by. Like sometimes it's like a sink or swim attitude.
Yeah, but if I stop you on the street now as a youth and you're surrounded by all these estates and gangs, if you've got half a brain, you'd take my word and try and get out of it all. You know, a lot of them do.
Yeah, it's inspiring hope, really.
Yeah, that's what we do.
But they do have a choice. So.
Yeah, there is a choice.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's hard for them to get out. Some of them, they can't just walk out.
Some of them can't just walk out.
It's difficult, you know what I mean?
Especially sometimes, like when you're on, like for example, if you live on the estate.
Yeah.
You wake up in the
parents
morning.
Can't go nowhere. They're not giving her somewhere else to go. Unless it's like 200 miles away. You know what I mean? So that's the choice. They got either go country 250 miles away, or stay where you are.
So it is hard. It is hard for them, but we can only do our best.
That's right.
And try and offer them a branch. You know, grab onto. You know, that's what we can do.
And inspire.
But the kids need to. You know what I mean? They see their parents in that situation. It's not go out there with a knife. It's go out there and do something to try and
change it.
Change that and give your family a better life. That's what you. That's why you're brought here. You're brought here to disrespect your family, and you know what I mean. You're here to help. That's what they're here to do.
And that's what you're out here doing. So I know you're having massive impact.
I think we are, because really I'm only functioning in Waltham Forest at the moment. I have been all this time, but I'm getting messages from up north, up Yorkshire, all over the place.
You're talking about spreading over London now, and maybe like going to estates and things like that.
We want to go all over London, we want to go nationwide, but we can only go as far as money lets us go. And up till now, every penny's come out of my pocket. We get no funding. The council and the government are useless. There's just no point. So we're looking for a private sponsor or someone to back us, you know, and then hopefully we can roll it out over London at least.
Because you do get a lot of media attention and like councillors, but a lot of the time that is to do with campaigns or it's voting time and they come out. So like, do they actually like offer real support to you, or is it just a big song and dance for the cameras, and then when voting's finished?
As far as the media is concerned, I've had loads of media attention, and they just want a story, you know. And I'm a man at the moment, I suppose, when it comes to knife crime. But as far as councillors, MPs, they're all full of rubbish. They only care about what affects themselves. I don't know why people are voting for these MPs and councillors. I've met so many councillors now, and they all just want photo opportunities, or like you said, just want to know me because voting's coming up, they want to look good. There's only one councillor I've met who is genuine, and who is proper genuine, who's real, who tries to help us, who does so much to help us. I'm going to name her. Her name's Selina Sissencourt.
Oh yes, I met her. She was.
You've met her.
She was there when at Chingford Mount.
Since that
she feels it. She
genuine, proper. You could even tell yourself. And since that day, she's helped us so much, and she wants to do so much for us. So I consider her a part of our team now, you know.
That's
So yeah, she's very genuine. So I suppose I was on the radio yesterday, as the presenter said, there are some gems out there, but it's hard to find them.
Individuals, really, isn't it? It's like
For the most part, most of the councillors don't do anything. They just sit on their backsides doing nothing.
politely put.
As we know.
Okay, so I was hoping today that I'd be blessed with some lyrics from the Ragged Twins.
You couldn't wait for that, could you?
No, I couldn't. No, actually, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to meet you. So it's like, I would really, really love if you lot could do a freestyle for me. Give us something.
That's no problem.
Brilliant.
It's not a problem at all.
Okay, so if you want to step over to the mic and we
Go
just check
over
out.
to the mic, yeah.
You don't have to go. You can stay right here.
Yeah,
Actually.
just grab it.
You can do.
You need to grab the mic?
No,
That mic?
there's a mic here.
Just-
so if you're happy to
no,
sit
just-
here and
chat.
flow,
Just
then you
flow,
can
yeah.
flow right here. And I'm just
I'll
going
try
to
to
sit here
shut
like
up.
this.
I'll try to shut up. man.
Right.
I always itch to
Gonna
get
be
in.
hard.
Okay. Jump in.
You can always jump in. You know
No,
what
no,
I
no,
mean?
I would never.
Now he's turning these like Mr. Big Courtney Barrett now. So,
Boom! Here comes the
Heritage
two
TV.
general. Rank the highest, put we on a pedestal. Legendary things are gone, we historical. Coming like an express, call we federal. When it's all said and done, it's undeniable. 5-star pound we arm, no take we simple. Otherwise we turn you in a example, man a killer. The man they can't manage. Bring all your friends, they be collateral damage. All you can hear on road, them man savage. We rank the highest, man, no need a package. When you see the general, them salute. You don't wanna come round here and dispute. Best walk wide or take another route. Cause when lyrics fireman get execute.
A two general,
Inna the land,
a two general.
inna the land. Roll up your squaddy. Roll up your squaddy. A two general.
Inna the land,
A two general.
inna the land.
Roll up your squaddy. Roll up your squaddy.
We ball. Cool, calm and collectively, the two are we are destroy we enemy, similar to paranormal activity put together by chemistry. Where me say? Demon and Flinty, combining style seamlessly. Once we take set, there's no chemistry. Fold up your cloth like origami, generally. We specialize in MC felony. They can't stop with integrity or with tenacity. And basically, we rule with own destiny. That's what makes us a different entity. So pay attention and listen carefully. We say your psalms and praise God endlessly. We stay relevant and necessary. We not sell out to no secret society.
Hey, rough right now it hard to succeed. Too much wicked things are gone, me heart it a bleed. But me is a man we wear me heart on me sleeve. And in the love of Jah is what I believe. Too much corruption and too much greed. Everybody need to chill out and burn some weed. The innocent will lock up, them have to get freed. And under 16 gal, who no fi start breed. Well, some of them are shatter, some are robber, some are thief. But what you will sow, you know that you reap. Karma is a bitch and she move discreet. She will take revenge in a heartbeat. No surrender, no retreat. All guns are blaze, mayhem on the street. Two to the head, bring a boy to him knees. No him family, them a ball for the priest. Ball for the vicar,
yo,
ball for the priest.
yo,
ball for the vicar,
yo,
ball for the priest. Ball for the vicar, ball for the priest. Ball for the vicar, ball for the
Me
priest.
tell them, rope no longer than time. Me no join no clan, no crew or rasta me find. Me always have Jap on me mind, so me no fear nothing we come from mankind. No come off the tracks and get left behind because how many uncle few will find. Emmanuel set out a design, but the weak at them there, them out for resign. In a treachery, them mingle up and entwine. Me heart have a clean, me soul have a fine. The Father bless me, so me put in the hard grass of Jaja. Give me the weed and the songs for and wine. Them have follow me not straight up, me decline. As long as me have food and water, me fine. A roof over me head, for me sleep under an angle day. Higher powers are the Rasta man fine. We want everybody sing.
We got into the arms house thing.
Yeah, yeah,
oh man, thank you so much. Lyrics.
That's just a couple.
yeah. We've got about two more.
Oh, man. I know a lot of my viewers are going to be at home like, yes, the Ragged Twins, man. Seriously, man.
Bless up the few of them, respect
man.
you.
Generation.
Don't know.
So we're here on the Naturalie show, guys.
And you gotta let your producer know this is the Ragged Twins, not the Reggae Twins, as he's put on your type in there.
Reggae.
You put Reggae. The Reggae Twins, yeah.
Well, I'm sure we can change that.
Don't worry.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I was like, well, I didn't notice that.
I know it's everything. It's the
Yeah, but
Reggae
it's
Twins,
just
the one and only.
live TV,
Yeah, just in
man.
case
Keep
anyone
quiet,
thinks
man.
there's some
Stop
fake Reggae Twins going on, the Reggae Twins, you know?
Okay, sorry.
And that's one right show. Big up every time. See you.
Thank
Done
you.
more.
Thank you so much.
Wicked.
But yes, brilliant. So, what things can we expect for you?
Oh, come on, man. I've got so much going on. I literally only look forward for the week or two now. This Saturday we're at Leytonstone Tube Station.
Yeah.
Please come and join us, guys. We're outside Leytonstone Tube Station, 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. We're there this Saturday. Come and bin your knives. Our amnesty bin is there. You can come and bin your knives. You can come and talk to us if you've got any knife crime fears or gang fears or anything you want to discuss. We also, if you want to come and join our team, we're always looking for new team members. Come and have a word with us anyway. We're there, Leytonstone Tube Station, this Saturday the 14th of September.
Which is my birthday, so I can't be there. But
That's a shame.
Happy birthday.
Who's going to bake you a cake?
But you can still make me a cake. You can send it, you know. But I really, really enjoyed coming out with you, and it's nice. You can feel the community
All the ladies
spirit.
say that. Listen, let me just say one thing, yeah. If you forget any dates or you want to know any dates where we're at, check out binningknivessaveslives.com, yeah. That's our website. You can find out everything we do. You can see everything that's going on and where we're at, yeah. All our events, yeah.
I'll put a link at the bottom of this YouTube clip.
Natural's come along to a couple of our events and loved it, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
We've loved having you.
Thank you so much. And I've been doing a bit of performing there.
Yeah, you did. That's great.
I'm going to perform today, actually. My poem called State of Emergency, which is what I performed when we first met. And
that's my favourite poem in the whole world. I'm not even lying.
Thank you.
Okay, promise you.
Thank you. I think the first time where I performed there, like, I didn't get much of a big intro on the way out. They were like, "Oh, we've got a poet coming on." It was a bit like, give it the same love because poetry is like.
You went quiet and everyone started walking off.
Reggae Twin intro on this.
Yeah, I don't know Reggae Twin intro, but
When you're ready, yeah?
I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step over to the. I can do it here actually.
Oh, no, step over to the mic, go on.
Step over the mic.
Into the booth.
Alright. Stepping over to the mic right now. Yes, you have the natural poetry. Now you hear this, but you never heard it before. So what we give to you, you're gonna want some more.
Oh, yeah? You said everything, yeah?
Yo.
Yeah. So remember, right now, stepping up to the mic to give the lyrics the light, poetry that's not slight, not left, not right. Give it up for the Naturalie.
Thank you for the intro, gentlemen. This poem is called State of Emergency. It's a state of emergency. Our youth are living in Purge City. The sirens won't stop. My losses from our crop. The streets are running red. Too many sons are dead. Taken by the force of a blade or the heat of flying lead. Stealing mother's joy. She's lost her little boy. He's never coming back. She's trying to accept that fact. Where you from, my G? This cold mentality. It's like your hearts are switched off. Conscience turned on mute. Can't hear it saying stop. He's just another youth. It's like your mind can't see. I'm hunting down another me. Your hearts can't be devoid of spirituality. You lost touch with your emotions and your sense of humanity. This is insanity. It's like you've logged into attack mode. Black Ops for postcode. You live in GTA each and every day. How did our seed become Assassin's Creed? The streets are filled with fright. Mass killings like Fortnite. You live on a battlefield where neither side will yield. Spitting, bragging, laughing when another son's been killed. Mama's sitting in the shadow of a tomb, weeping, wailing for the fruits of her womb. You live life like it's a game, with no remorse or shame. You need to seek retrieval from this resident evil. Stop the violence, cruelty, and tension. You need bloodshed redemption. How comes you're walking numb? with a knife or a gun. Perception so twisted, inflicting pain is fun. When did that dollar, that cake, become all you need to make? How did you become so filled with venom and with so much hate? When did making blood run turn into something to be sung? Death chants on YouTube, stoking up each feud. No value for life, but you worship Giuseppe and Lubes? What's made you so disenfranchised, hardened and desensitized, branded, trapped, materialized? So bloodthirsty? Murders are recorded, shared and televised. How can it be so easy to take your brother's life when he faces the same terrors? He's living with the same strife. He's living with the same fear. They're always so close, so near. Those you are calling ops, you should see as your peers. You had the same dreams at primary. Both loved football secondary years. Rather than shedding each other's blood, you should be shedding tears. You're trying to fill your pockets and live your best life. But for most, it doesn't end living lavish or with children and a wife. It ends in a box where time slows and tick-tocks, or buried when time stops. It ends with you looking up at the sky, screaming for your mum and asking why, when you're taking your last breath and you're seeing your own death, tears rolling from your eyes, realizing you're going to die. But why? Where are we going wrong? Where has compassion gone? Who hardened up your heart so you're singing chef, chef and chop, chop in each and every trap and drill song? When did your brother's death start to feel like nothingness? And as the death statistics rise, have you hardened up your chest? Do tears fall less and less? Can you justify your mindset? Is there any reason left? When did you start seeing your reflection as your enemy? How long will this genocide continue in our community? I said we're living in a state of emergency. We need a remedy. Thank you.
Powerful stuff, man. Powerful
So
stuff.
it's that poem. I wrote it after one of my students, because I'm a teacher and I work within it's a multi-academy trust, but we work in a PRU. And I've got like a unit for the ones that get kicked out of our main PRU. So the young people that I work with, they're in the struggles, and there's so much problems. But one of my boys, he'd left by then, but he got stabbed, and I heard about it. So I kind of went away, and it was more like me venting, and I wrote that poem, and yeah, it's powerful, man.
Very powerful.
But it's like I feel it, but it's like every day it is a state of emergency, and it's like we've kind of got to a stage where we're so hardened by it. You see something every day, someone's dying every day.
Normalised, isn't it? Normalised.
And the young people, it's funny, there was a Panorama documentary on yesterday about knife crimes and how scared people are, and I watched it with my students today, and it's like water for ducks back.
We're watching it like a drama series.
Yeah, like it's nothing. It's nothing anymore. So it is a state of emergency, and like what you're doing and what we're all doing out here makes a difference. Even if it's a small difference, one person hears, and that's what I really hope. The way that I wrote that poem was so that they will hear it, like the references to games and all of that. So hopefully, I want young people to actually hear the poem and connect with it. So
see what it is. We'll do our thing, yeah. We all make a small difference, but collectively, hopefully we can make a massive difference, you know?
Yeah.
Not just us, my team as well, and a few others.
Little drips.
You know what I mean? Even
ocean.
there's some other organisations that are trying hard and very genuine, you know?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there doing lots of things, and I just hope we can all pull together and try and make some kind of difference. But
because I think everyone's given up on the government, and after the chicken box fiasco.
We had a discussion on that. It's a foolishness. Put back EMA, put back the youth clubs, do stuff, writing some foolishness on the box. It's a mockery.
Like, they're wasting a lot of good money on rubbish, on stupidness, and it's good money that could be going elsewhere to all these other services that we're being failed, like this, the mental health, the homeless, the violent crime. There's loads of places you could be flinging money at, but they're flinging it at chicken boxes.
Ridiculous.
You know? And like I said, like, even it's only 200 and something chicken shops. They spent over £50,000 on 321,000 chicken boxes to be distributed from 200 chicken shops.
I mean,
now,
it's tiny on the scale.
Where I live, there's probably more than 200 chicken boxes, chicken shops within a 3-mile radius of my house.
Yeah.
You know, it's like pouring a glass of milk into a swimming pool. It was just a media stunt, and it backfired on them badly.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that it did, because
and
they need to do more.
It just shows the mindset of the government and how lacking they are in understanding what's going on in our streets, in the communities, and how to deal with it. They haven't got a clue. They literally haven't got a clue of what to do. They seem to, instead of coming to us and supporting us and other organisations that seem to be doing well, they're trying to steal our ideas and claim them for themselves. Just get on with trying to deal with knife crime. Forget whose ideas they are.
There's people out here on the ground that are willing to do the work.
Yeah, because nobody will go and tell them how to run the country. I mean,
well, they need to, because they're not doing a good job.
They want to tell you, they want to come and take your thing and get the praise and the gratification.
And do it on their own thing. That's
we don't want to go into House and Commons and well, we do want to tell them about our thing, but not about their foolishness. I'm not interested. So they should come to you and give you the platform, give you the financial backing.
There's people doing things that are effective on a small scale. Invest in them.
And then they've got the funding.
But the reason they don't, because they don't care.
Because
it's obvious. It's so obvious to everyone now. They don't care. They don't give a damn. You know, it's that obvious now. They've made it that obvious. You know.
Because there is a few people doing. I've seen a few stuff on TV, but it's you don't see. You see it once and that's it.
That's it.
That's it. It's like they've shown it now. That's it.
And nothing else progresses. You know?
People out there, politicians listening, seriously, you need to actually invest.
I think they're more interested in finding the people that do the stuff, so they can put them in prison and make money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because prison's all about
money.
Sometimes they can't even find them. That's the worst thing. They can't find who's doing the stuff.
And that's what I'm saying. It's brazen these days as well. You see when you see like the knives and the things that are going on and the fight in the street, so brazen. And it's like
because they know police ain't about and police ain't coming. You know, and even if they do get caught, they're not going to get much sentence anyway. Look at Joseph Cullymore from Chingford. You've met his family. They were at Chingford Mount. We support Joseph Cullymore's family. Joseph was murdered on August the 17th, 2018. That's just over a year ago. He was knocked out by. Joseph was 42 or 43 years old. He was knocked out by a 16-year-old who then proceeded to take a kitchen knife and stab him 9 times whilst he was knocked out on the floor and murdered him. And the 16-year-old only got 6 years. You know, so what, he's out in 3 years. And that whole family, I know the whole family, because they've all been down to our events, and you don't know what to say to them, it's heartbreaking. Like, their lives are all destroyed. You know, it affects us as well. It affects
everyone, but like you're saying as well, because obviously for the family that you've destroyed, you've taken a member of their family. The person who's done it, you've destroyed your life as well.
And his family's life.
And your family's life as well. But then it's like, what the poem, what is your mindset? Well, like you've knocked him out, he's not causing
just to stab someone in the first place, what's your mindset? But to knock someone out and then stab him.
He's knocked out.
And then you only get 6 years. Come on, man. I don't know, but
that's sending the message. You can do that. Get away with it. Do get 6 years. Do 3.
I'll tell you now, right? If anybody stabbed my son and killed my son, I'm not calling the police. I'm going to come and murder you. I'll tell you. I don't want you to get 6 years. I'll go to the prison for life for murdering you. I don't care.
I think sometimes as well when it's a child as well, and that's what it is. And that, like, what one part of me has the thought, well, it's a child, what's going on there and why are they there? But then on the other side of it, it's somebody's life, and somebody has to be responsible. When you speak to the young people, not necessarily with murder, but see, like in terms of like hustling, they will tell you, "Oh, I can't get held for it." They've got an awareness of the law.
Exactly.
Of,
Exactly.
you know, what they can get away
Like
with.
the law's a joke, especially when it comes to youth. It's a joke. You
Yeah,
know?
like you've got the whole
Proper
yacht
joke.
team around them, and then what they don't understand is a lot of the time the yacht keeps them very safe until they get, that's the youth offending team. It keeps them very safe till they get to a certain age, and then it all falls away, and then they're left.
It's almost like the law treats youth as like a vulnerable person because they're youth. When I'm not being funny, if you murder someone, you need to get dealt with as a murderer, not as a youth who's vulnerable. You know?
If you nick a packet of chewits out of the sweet shop, then you get done as a juvenile. You go juvenile and murder someone, you should get done as an adult. You're old enough to
knew
know
what he was
This is
what he was doing.
exactly what you just
The
said.
knife didn't just fall in your hand and, oh, what's this for?
Exactly what you just said. Listen, guys, there's a petition, yeah? It's called Joe's Law, change.org. Tap that in your Google bar and put in Joe's Law. Basically, Joseph Cullimore's family have got a petition going to do exactly what D-Man just said, yeah? If you're a youth and you murder someone, you get treated as an adult. That's basically what Joe's Law is about. So if you agree with that, please go on the website and sign the petition. It's change.org and it's called Joe's Law. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to round up, unfortunately. But is there any, like, obviously you said about the petition, is there any other, like, acknowledgements or messages that you'd like to send before we go?
I've got loads of acknowledgements. You don't want me here for half an hour. Listen, we've got the Ragga Twins here. All our acknowledgements today are for these guys because they've made so many people's lives amazing with the music and everything.
Yeah, you've touched a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Well, look out for
They've
the
done
album.
more than touch me.
Look out for the album.
You know?
Yeah,
We've
man.
got the album coming hopefully very soon.
Okay.
Not this year, maybe middle of next year or early next
Give me
year.
a shout.
Just
You never
look
know,
out,
you come do a
for us somewhere in
promo.
your town
Yeah.
or in your country, yeah.
Check out the social
Radio
media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah, man.
and you'll see where we're performing.
These guys are performing every other night, man, all over the place, yeah.
So we're out every weekend.
Trust
so
me,
you'll find us
if you
somewhere
wanna-
in your
If
town.
you want to go to one of their raves, man, trust me, take me along with you, please.
Okay, and for me, I've been nominated for Best Spoken Word Artist 2019, which is like, for me, it's massive for me.
That is massive.
There's some powerful poets out there with powerful minds, so to be selected for me,
That's good. Yeah.
amazing. So, obviously, being nominated is like a win, but you know, if I could win, that'd be even better.
I'll vote for you.
Where's
So
the vote? Where's
you
the
can
vote?
vote at the poetryawards.com.
Did you hear that, people? At the poetryawards.com.
Vote for
Zach,
Naturalie.
I'm going to be voting as soon as I come
Backslash
off here.
No, it's just,
Naturalie.
you just go, you put it into Google, the poetryawards.com, and then at the side there's a little menu and it says nominees, and then Best Spoken Word Artist is the second, and then I'm somewhere like pinned
You'll
down.
be
So I'm
voting.
saying lots of times.
Everyone, I'm going to get everyone at Billy Knife Saves Lives is going to be voting for you.
Yeah, come on, guys, help
Yeah.
me here. But at the end of the day, I feel like I've won. I feel like I've won anyway, and I'm
send the
proud
link
of
anyway,
myself.
send the
I'm
link,
proud of
send
my
the link
journey.
to the
Yeah, I'll put
social
the
media and no, send it to us.
Okay.
And I'll share it. Of course,
Okay.
come on.
But we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to call it a day today. But really, thank you so much for
You're
coming.
welcome.
It's been really, really lovely
Been
to
a
meet
pleasure.
you, and it's lovely to see you again,
And you
Polly.
again.
And I'll be back.
Yep. On
the Amnesty
you're not on the 14th because it's your
Not
birthday.
my birthday,
Hopefully
but-
we'll see you on the 28th.
Yeah,
We're
please.
going door to door around Oliver Close and Estate in Leighton.
Okay, that's good because
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. Like when I went, I thought the estates would be good, where you could actually hit the estates. and
Yeah. So we
see
go
people
door
there,
to
so
door,
that's
knock
good.
people's doors and get the knives off them and give them the information they need, you know. So
Brilliant.
BinnyKnifesSavesLives.com, check it out, yeah?
Yep, bin
See where we are.
your excess knives.
And make your family safer.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Thanks to all of those that have liked and shared. Keep sharing. The show is going really well and I'm really loving the feedback. So stay true to Naturally and thank you very much. Good night.